brought me to this place. It was almost night time, and from the airport I couldn't see that much. But then I saw this building suddenly, and it was so powerful looking and mysterious. And when we walked in, the first thing I saw was these wonderful walls, which looked to me like very abstract paintings, and the kind of paintings I would love actually. And then I understood what was going on here, and I felt that the walls had a lot of energy, and you can really detect something when it's real. It was not made-up walls, but it really carried a residue of time, of another time, of other times, and also of all the work that was done here. And then the whole idea of this place is, connected to coal and coal mine and coal and coking coal. And coking coal is when you really want to get the essence of something. It's almost what I do to my people. I take them, I try to get all the unnecessary details and to really stay with the coal, coking people process. And then, of course, you think about the idea of a factory. And a factory, it's such a powerful thing, and it's a man-created idea. And then I started to see the architecture around, and it's such a imaginary, almost something that you would think would be an architecture of ideas that were never built, because they would have no substance in reality, because it was so full of imagination, but also maybe too big, too large, too strange. But this was actually happening here. And so there was all this idea that came to me about, this utopia, to take this area and to try to get energy out of it, coal and steel and all of that. And there is also, when you drive and you see those strange grim houses that they all look the same, and then suddenly the history comes, a little bit of piece of history comes and goes, and then I came to do something here, and I really wanted to do something in Germany. It's really meaningful for me, because I always felt a very strong connection to the German culture, which I didn't tell you yet. As a teenager, I read almost only German books, and my favorite filmmaker was Fassbinder. And of course, my mother is from Germany, so I love German cooking also. And there was always, a feeling that there is a great connection. It's sometimes difficult, but it's mostly really is very bonded, which I feel all the time. And when I came to this place the first time, I thought I would like to work with the architecture, and I also would like the work to be part of the walls. Heiner was talking about making an exhibition, and a big exhibition, and I wanted more to make a situation that would relate to the other situation. So there's a situation inside that lives in another situation that kind of moves into this situation, and so part of the work that we do that takes some time is to try to put the image really inside the wall, that it would really live in the wall, that it doesn't have a frame, that it is not closed by its own parameter, that it's melting into the wall but emerging from the wall, and also to really change the format of a video, of a camera, of any recorded image to go with these strange shapes of the architecture. And all of that really initiated this work that I'm sure I would not have done without coming here, on all those levels. I call it a current because I thought about this place and the current. And current, of course, current, it's a flow. It could be a flow of water, it could be a flow of any substance in nature. But current could be also something man-made, like electricity, or any vector of movement. But current could also be metaphoric or ideology or political, and all of that is in the work, I suppose. The footage of the current, these are actual lines of fire that I filmed in the oil fields of Kazakhstan. So you can imagine the fire, but the fire, you know, it has the inside of the fire, and the fire always has an outline, like everything. I took the fire out and I kept only the outline. So you know, it's very hard to detect it. It's moving so fast, but I slowed it down and I stretched it a bit. And I have a lot of fire lines, so you think it is, the origin of it is the earth, and it's a layer of gas, and then the fire. And so it's something that comes from nature, and you can feel it. And the people are, the footage of the people, it's from different places. Some of them I filmed in Paris, going into the Louvre. It's those long lines of people. And the other people are from footage from Tahrir Square in Egypt, when they start the whole movement and started off. You know, it's another current of movement against another current of movement that really is changing the whole area of the Middle East. Because mentioning the word current, you know, my work is never directly political, but there is almost always some kind of a political undercurrent or a little reminder. I like to put also a thread of a little politics or current events more in the work. And some of these people, it's just me. And when I say political, I don't mean very specifically political, but I'm really interested in the, you know, in this kind of dynamic or pattern of dynamic that you can, it's not in the parties or the details of it, but more the dynamics of people interacting in a situation in the present time, you know, the dynamic of different intentions, different ideologies, different desires or interests, which, you know, which create opposite forces, some kind of cracks and frictions.